evening of top-class quality boxing here at the Victoria Warehouse in the fighting capital of Manchester. Please welcome to the ring, from Nuneaton, Kristian Laight.
Mr. Reliable, unlike Mark Till, who's not turned up. Do you think Kristian Laight ever gets changed out of his kit, or do you think he just spends night times, waiting for the phone to go? His missus looks at him and it's like that. Oh, who is it this time?
Yeah, I think he gets changed in his car probably.
I think he's one of the few people that's actually won a prize off Shell petrol points.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring from Liverpool, Mr. Luke Willis.
Luke Willis, talented boxer out the tongue gym. I don't know if Ryan the Mulcahy there is, I don't know if he's taking a selfie or if he's, I don't know what he's doing there.
I don't know where his hand is.
He's fighting tomorrow. See Steve Brogan there as well, Smogger Smith, Joe Tonks. Some good talent coming through that gym.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it, how gyms go through peaks and troughs. You get a load of talented fighters coming through at once.
The other funny thing as well with the Tongue gym is they're all there or thereabouts in the light welterweight as well. Mulcahy's light welterweight. We've got Joe Tonks is a light welterweight. Well, I know he's probably a welterweight actually, Joe Tonks, in fairness. Luke Willis himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Wood for VIP Promotions presents a top quality evening's entertainment for you right here at the Victoria Warehouse in Manchester. Presenting at the super lightweight division a bout of 4 3-minute rounds. Your student in charge this evening is Mr. Kurt Haslam. Your timekeeper at the bell is Mr. Phil Morris. And your referee at the start of the action is Mark Lyson. Now, ladies and gents, introducing the contestants for this evening. Firstly, fighting out of the blue corner, with a record of 253 professional contests, including 12 wins and 7 draws. At the weigh-in, he weighed 10 stone, 4 pounds and 2 ounces. He wears the blue and white shorts. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a huge round for Mr. Reliable himself, Kristian Laight. And ladies and gents, across the ring in the red corner, making his second appearance in a professional ring. 1 contest, 1 victory. He weighed in at 10 stone, 4 pounds and 13 ounces. Wearing the red, white and gold shorts from Liverpool, Luke Willis. The referee will give his final instructions.
Okay, boys, both know the rules. Want you to obey my commands. Tell you to break cleanly. Defend yourselves at all times, boys. Touch gloves. Good luck to you.
There we go then, Laight and Willis to kick us off. Evening,
Yeah.
John. Evening, Luke.
Evening, Simon.
How are you doing, Simon?
Or Claymaker, as I prefer.
Luke Willis looked really, really good in his debut last time. I put in the most impressive performance at Wigan Park, Robin Park, Wigan, on his debut. Puts his shots together really well.
Nice stylist as well. He was putting the combinations together. He was, boxed behind the jab. To be honest with you, it looked like he had about 30 fights as a professional, didn't he? Just took to the ring.
Yeah. Remember the hashtag is hashtag VIP Boxing Live. Get your tweets in, read them out on air. Who are you looking forward to seeing tonight?
Well, he's not a young, inexperienced lad, Willis, is he? And with a top-class sparring he's got in the gym, he's probably really well prepared for the pros now.
Yeah, lovely uppercut there straight away. The thing that impressed me most with Willis was just his timing. First professional fight, straight in there. It don't sound like we just had a killer whale enter the building there. I'm not too sure if that was Planet Nature. You will see on the ring post as well tonight. You'll see Fight Life TV with Tanko Boxing. Signed deal to bring professional boxing to the channel next year. Tonight's show's going to be going out delayed as well. Great to have them on board, and it's great for professional boxing as well in the week that BT Sports have have announced their deal with Frank Warren. It seems a good time to be involved in boxing.
It is, isn't it? And competition's good. You know, competition's good in every business, and the more and more boxing we get on more different channels, the better it is for everybody. Especially guys like Willis who are trying to get noticed early on in their career.
Yeah, I think Liverpool's about to take over for boxing again now. I think more and more. I know London's always got the shows. You've got Mickey Elliott and Steve Goodwin and what have you, but I just think Liverpool and Manchester seem to have little phases where they produce boxers coming through, and there's some really talented lads coming through in Liverpool now. Luke Willis, I think, looking to be part of the revolution, or the evolution, shall we say. But a partridge straight away.
Evolution, not revolution.
Talking about an evolution, not a revolution. Song in there somewhere.
Oh, Luke's been doing a lot of sparring down at the finest gym in Ancoats with Terry Flanagan. Terry's fighting a southpaw next week. He's taking on Orlando Cruz, defending his WBO lightweight title. And we've had Luke in doing a few rounds with Terry, so you can't really get better preparation than that, can you?
Funny, you know, when you look at the Tonk gym, they've got Steve Brogan down there as well. I know Steve's not he's certainly not a young lad and stuff like that. He seems to have a couple of lads who are coming through and they're taking opportunities and taking fights, and lovely combination again there from Willis. Same again, as soon as the first bell's gone, his timing's been there. He's on the ball tonight again. Kristian Laight in the black trunks with the white. It looks like he's treated himself to a new pair of shorts there, has he?
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? New season, new shorts.
253 fights, Kristian Laight said. I don't know what I've had 253 of. That's absolutely unbelievable.
I'll be kind.
Willis just looking for the backhand there straight away. Nice little body shot.
It's the first time I've seen Willis live. He looks really sharp in there. The uppercut seems to be working as well.
Yeah, it's a lovely shot, the lead uppercut that he throws from the southpaw stance as well. Getting the regulars out of the way as well. He's got caught with a little right hand there just as the bell was going. Goes back to the corner there. We've got Dave Tonks in the corner. Smogger Smith, Dave's son Joe Tonks, talented boxer himself, was due to be boxing with the Central Area title earlier this year. I think we're quite happy with that first round.
Yeah, very happy. I tell you what, when Joe fell out, we got a hell of a replacement, didn't we? We got Sean Lewis and Adam Ishmael putting on one of the fights of the year so far. Yeah,
it was a great fight. That was a lot of controversy around the scoring, and they're going to be doing it again. It's I think it's 2 weeks tomorrow, 3rd of December.
In the fight metropolis of Lee.
Yeah, it's there's not a lot to be said for professional boxing. Not a lot to be said for Lee, to be honest with you. It's only 5 minutes from where I live, so I'm allowed to knock it down.
What's the highlight of Lee?
Highlight, it's the Sport Village actually, where the boxing's going to be on. It's I think it's funded by Wigan Council, and Wigan and Lee's got a little bit of rivalry, but it's a fantastic facility, and there's a leisure centre there, there's swimming baths, and yes.
Round 2.
The Lee Sports Village, to be honest with you, it probably is out of place where it is in Lee, but yeah, it's the top venue.
See it at ringside, we've got Ensley Bingham, owner of a famous left hook. We've got Ruthless Ryan Doyle, who's headlining the bill later on. Just relinquished his English featherweight title. See where Ryan goes next, but he's coming up later. We'll talk more about that then. Victoria Warehouse, one of the busiest and most popular venues in Manchester at the moment, slowly filling up.
I think Willis is out again actually before Christmas. I'm not sure if he's on Jolly Boys or if he's on the 3rd himself. I know Ryan Mulcahy's sitting behind us, a stablemate of Willis. He's out twice. He's boxing tomorrow and again in December. So, it's great to see these lads getting out and getting busy as well. I think 2017 is going to be a big year for a lot of Steve Woods fighters.
It is. You know, when you see these young fighters waiting months and months in between 4-rounders, it does nobody any good, does it? But with all these new deals being signed and agreements being made, you might see people getting out every 6 weeks, which is what you need, isn't it, at this stage of your career? Yeah,
I always remember when I first got into boxing, if you were a professional boxer turning over, certainly with Frank Warren when he had the big deal at the time, you'd be boxing 8 times a year. Every other month at least, or certainly every 6 weeks you'd be out. And last few years it just seems to have changed a little bit. Even the top prospects, but they only seem to be boxing 5 times a year. And like I say, it's great to see the lads get in there and kind of do the tutelage, earn the stripes, and first couple of years get to 10-0 and then look for the title fight. Great to see the Central Area belt coming back as well.
Yeah, they produce the best fights as well, don't they? Some of the best fights we've seen over the last few years have been for those belts.
People forget, if you do go back years ago, you look at the likes of Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton boxed for the Central Area title, and Well,
I don't want to put a spoiler alert in, but if you read Boxing Monthly this month, I spoke to Billy about the area titles, Billy Graham, and he said Ricky beating Peacock for the area title it means equally as much to him as the night he beat Zoo.
Yeah.
He said area titles mean the world to the lads because it's not just a title, it's not just a strap, it's bragging rights. You might see the guys in the same pubs and stuff, and it means more on a personal level to some lads.
Of course it is, and that's what we're talking about with Ishmael and and Sean Lewis. I know there's a bit of banter flying between the two gyms as well. I know Smogger Smith's talking about putting a wall up around Birkenhead and what have you with, like I say, just backing his man. Lovely uppercut again there from Willis in there. I think he's very easy on the eye. I think you can watch him, like I keep using the term stylish, that's what he looks like in there. Boxes behind the southpaw stance, uses the left hand to the body, and the lead right uppercut's a lovely shot.
He's not making a mistake. It's easy to do against Laight, is it, where you're going and throw 100 punches around and hit nothing but arms and elbows. He's just picking his shots, trying to feint Kristian, draw him into opening up and then landing shots through like this.
Yeah, I think if you look at punch stats, I think the percentage he's landing, I think he's probably landing at least half the shots he's throwing. Last couple of seconds in the second round, another good round for Willis.
Sounded like Jim Lampley then, reading off his punch stats.
Is that what it was, mate? A bit of Jim Lampley? There we go, in the second round, 2 in the bag.
His footwork's looking really sharp as well in there. Getting in and out of range, it's what you need to do against these journeymen. There's no point standing there and trading. Hashtag VIP Boxing Live is the hashtag. Get your tweets and we'll read them out on air. Who are you looking forward to seeing tonight? Ryan Doyle main event tonight after his fight with Ian Bailey last time here.
Gary Booth just at ringside here, trainer of John Telford. John was supposed to be fighting on the bill. He was supposed to be taking on Mark Till. Mark's not arrived at the venue, so if you were tuning in to watch Put 'em in the Boot Telford, he's now fighting tomorrow night when you can join us again from Victoria Warehouse.
What a bill that is tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow night's test match boxing, isn't it, Luke? We've got a long card.
Corners, 10 seconds.
It's what we love though. I wouldn't have it any other way.
So what would I do without a Saturday night without Ibra Riaz?
Exactly.
Seconds out. Round 3.
Simon's just taken leave, so you're left with me and Luke for a couple of rounds, I suppose.
Round 3 or 4 just got underway. Willis has really impressed me so far.
Yeah, he's good. On his debut, when you see somebody for the first time and instantly you're drawn to them and you can see they've got something. It was a case that I thought he was a standout performer on that card.
He's very mature as well. You can see by the way he's boxing. He's not getting carried away. Like there, a lot of boxers would have just stood there and traded and tried to throw 10, 20 punches, but he knew the time to get out of range and start again.
Yeah, a little bit marked under his left eye, Kristian. You don't see that very often. I know we say it every time we commentate on Kristian Laight, but people new to the sport or just take a passing interest, they'll look at his record. Like this is his 253rd fight, and we'll look at the number of losses, but where would the sport be without people like Kristian? It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and people don't realise how much talent you actually have to do to be able to do this week in, week out.
Yeah.
You have to be
lovely
a very
body shot
special
there
kind
from
of
Willis,
person.
right hand to the body. Hashtag VIP Live, what are you making of Luke Willis? Is it the first time you've seen him? Did you follow him as an amateur?
Should we put Luke on the spot, Simon? Luke, why do you think he's called Django? And remember, Luke's going to watch this.
Yeah, remember we've got to be PC as well, Luke.
That's a very good question.
There we go.
I don't think I want to know the answer by the reaction.
Do you want to phone a friend or do you want to take 50-50? I don't know what your options are.
Lovely footwear by Willis there, just stepping around, moving the angles, just like you see him do on the bag in the gym, just putting that into practice.
Steve Wood, on behalf of VIP Promotions, presents a night of professional boxing for Fight Live TV with Tanko Boxing. Just seen John Pegg over in the corner. He had a good win the other week, Sam Eggington against Frankie Gavin. I think Funtime Frankie's talking about joining the division that we're commentating on now. He's looking to get in the super lightweight, the light welterweight division next year. Possibly a few years too late.
Yeah, it's in my opinion. What was your opinion on the Eggington-Gavin fight?
I'll be honest with you, I thought Frankie was going to... I thought he'd have a couple of rough moments, but I thought even if he got hurt, I thought he'd be all right getting through. I remember, when he boxed for the European title against Bundu, and he went down and he was hurt. I was at that fight, and I remember looking in his face, so he's not going to make it through this. And he seemed to tough it out and find a way. But people are going to talk about the weight and everything else. Did that play a major part? They're all contributing factors, aren't they? But You know, you look at the condition, like you know, even Kristian Laight in there now. Lovely backhand there from Willis to end the third round.
Big smile on his face.
Yeah,
Went back to his corner then as well, Luke.
You look at the condition that Luke Willis is in there, and then you look at the condition of likes of Frankie Gavin, and there is another division that he can drop down in there. You can see that.
I just wonder if, I don't like to say it because I love Frankie. I think he's a great character. He's a great lad. I just wonder if it's passed him by now, and I wonder if it passed him by very early in his career when he was competing in the wrong division. Like if 8 years ago somebody had said at this stage of Frankie's career he'd be fighting at British title eliminator status against Sam Eggington, you would have put it down as disappointing, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would, and if you've had to talk, you know, the thing is with Frankie Gavin, he's got some good wins.
Yeah.
You know, on his record, you know, you look at Bradley Skeet and
Denton Vassell.
Denton Vassell, you know, you look at what he did to him over in Liverpool at the Olympia, and it's people just they only seem to be talking about his weight. You know, it must be frustrating for Frankie as well. But I think it says a lot about the expectations when he turned over.
It is. And when you look at some of the stuff he produced against Eggington, his flashes there, isn't there? It's been a what-if career so far. Anyway, back to Luke Willis.
Final round. It's been a good performance again so far from Willis.
Yeah, I think it must be easy to get frustrated and fall into a rut against someone like Laight, but Willis looks like he's enjoyed every second of this, doesn't he?
Just looking for the jab there. Works the angles well. Willis. Lovely combination again there. I think he's going to come out. I think he's obviously got a lot in the tank there. Willis, fit lad. Trained hard for this fight. He's trained hard for the fights he's got coming up. Just looking for that backhand again, working the right hand as well.
Really impressive performance so far. He's not really put a step wrong so far.
No, it's very easy on the eyes, I said, Luke Willis.
Yeah.
You see that, you know, follow him on Instagram, follow him on Twitter as well, and he's a proud dad as well. And I think half of his pictures on Instagram, half are inspirational, and the other half are about his daughter. You can really, you know, see obviously it's one of the reasons he's out there boxing. No, sometimes Laight will fancy it in there if he thinks he's had an opportunity, if he thinks he's got a chance to land the shots, and I just don't think Willis has allowed him to do it tonight. Willis has dictated the pace in there. He's dictated it. You know.
I think he might hurt him at the end of the last round as well.
Yeah, that backhand I think did hit him at the end of the third round. There was a little bit of an acknowledgement from Laight. Somebody's just tweeted in actually and told me I sound a bit like Lee Evans on speed tonight, so I might have to slow my words down a little bit there. I think I'm all excited for the deal that's been signed.
Don't start sweating like Lee Evans.
Yeah, definitely not.
Lovely work.
Lovely boxing again from Willis. The voices you might be able to hear behind us, we've got Ryan Mulcahy, Steve Brogan, Lloyd Campbell, talented Jim the Tonks Jim, Dave Tonks. Luke Willis is in there tonight, flying the flag. Just keeping it at a distance as well, he stayed out of the shots, he's not had to take anything in there.
Must have be very confident and have very good reflexes, Willis, to box in this. You know, he's slightly unorthodox style, isn't it? With his hands down, elbows wide, just reacts, doesn't he, to whatever gets thrown at him. Must be very confident in his reflex and ability to counter punch.
Yeah, if I think back to his debut as well, it was very similar. I think tonight he showed a lot of the things that he did well on his debut, and he's improved on those. You can tell he's been working on it. He sit down on a few of his shots as well tonight. Kristian Laight, 253 fights tonight. Hardly ever gets stopped. Comes, gives out every prospect. You know, you look at all the prospects. A lot of the British champions, the European champions, even the world champions. You know, if you look down their record, you will tend to find Kristian Laight, certainly the British world champion. There we go. 4 out of 4 on my card.
Yeah, pretty simple scoring that. We're not in Monaco. I think we'll get. I don't think we'll get any shocks tonight on that one.
No, I don't think we'll get the weather either.
Or the prices.
I don't know actually. I've heard 1 or 2 people say about the Victoria Warehouse prices actually. I know Luke Madeira don't like paying to park his car.
Don't start.
He's parked in Eccles tonight. It's £10 to park his car, but he's paid 16 quid to get a tram here. But you know, he's
the principle of the matter, isn't it? What do you think about the pedestrianisation of a Manchester Victoria Warehouse area, Simon?
You've got to look at the access to Dixon's, haven't you, John? # Partridge.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 3-minute rounds, your referee Mark Lyson scores the fight 40 points to 36 for your winner. In the red corner, Luke Willis.
As expected, good performance. So as we've seen it as well there. Well done to Kristian Laight, well done to Luke Willis, well done to the Tonk Gym. 1 out of 1 for the night for the home corner.
Yeah, I know Kristian expressed a bit of an interest in joining us commentary for a fight, but Kristian being Kristian, he probably just wants to hop back in the car, get his money and disappear off home.
He's probably had a phone call to offer him a fight next week while he's been in there, hasn't he?
If Kristian does remember and decides to pop out, he'll be joining us for a fight. A nice 4-round decision there. Again, Luke, pretty impressive. What did you think of that? You passed the Kristian Laight test.
Yeah, he's sticky, isn't he? I thought because I weighed in at 5 o'clock, I was boxing at 7. I had me pasta and that, you know what I mean? And I still felt like flat. You know what I mean? In the changing rooms, I haven't even been in the toilet or anything like that. So that's why my second and third phases weren't there. I fit, I'm ready. You know what I mean? But I hit him with a couple of shots, and I seen that he was there. That's why he weren't committing. If you could see, he weren't coming in. Not once did he come forward, but it's 254 fights he's had. I said to him, you had more fights than I've had roast dinners. You know what I mean? So it's good to get the rounds in. You know what I mean? And as I said to Steve Wood, I said once I start getting the day before weigh-ins at lightweight and that's when you'll start seeing me knocking people out.
No, I've been down at Finest Gym with Steve Maylett a couple of times this week. He tells me you've been in there helping Terry out.
Yeah. Terry's best lightweight in the world. You know what I mean? And I've been out with sparring, and I want to thank him and Steve Maylett for letting me come down and spar. You know, we've done over 30 rounds with them in a week and a half for this fight. That's why my distance was out a bit, because I've been used to sparring southpaws and Terry and Tom Stalker. But as I said, I can't ask for better sparring than that. Thanks a lot for
well done, Luke. Thanks very much.